Hello and welcome. My name is Noelle Olson and I'm the web developer here at Sun Printing. Today I'm going to take you through a demonstration of our online ordering portals. The first thing that you'll do is you'll get the URL to your website. It should be the same as before, but your customer service or sales representative will send it to you again. They will also send you your login information. Unlike before where you would log in with a username, you're now going to log in with your email address. Once you sign in, you may be prompted to fill out more contact information. In this instance, I did not have to because that contact information is already there for me, but just be aware that that might happen when you first log in. Now I'm at my home page, and now we're going to go through ordering our products. Now that we've arrived at the home page, I can walk you through the process of ordering a static item. A static item would be an item where the artwork never changes. Great examples of these would be envelopes, notepads, and other forms. So let's go take a peek at our number 10 envelope. You can click on the product and it'll bring you to the product page. Here you'll see the product name and the description. If the product is an inventory item and it's pulling from an inventory here at Sun, you can take a look at how much stock you have left in inventory. Also, if you want to see a proof of the artwork, you can click on the thumbnail. All of the proof PDFs will have the watermark on it, and when you download it, you will not be able to edit the PDF. Now if I go over to the order form section, I can select a quantity, and my pricing will pull in. On some sites you will not be able to see pricing. It's obviously up to the customer whether or not they want their users to see the pricing. You can choose to add a project name and notes, but you don't have to. They're optional. Now I'm going to add it to my cart. I'm automatically brought to my shopping cart. If you want to go add more items to your cart, you can go to add to your order and it'll take you back to the home page where you can order more products. If you want to check out, you can proceed to the checkout area. From here, you'll be asked the shipping address and the billing address. If you have a preset location drop-down, you'll find that here. Otherwise, if you want to enter in a custom address, you can do that as well. But I have some pre-made ones. For the first and the last name, you don't have to enter that information, but it won't let you continue unless it sees some sort of information in that field. So what I like to do is if I don't have a first name and last name that it's shipping to, I can just enter in a space and that'll work. If your billing address is the same as the shipping address, you can either copy it from shipping. Otherwise, oftentimes there's a drop down for this as well, or once again, you can enter in the custom address. I'm going to go to continue, and now it's going to give me my shipping options, my billing options. I can enter in a PO number here if I need it. And at the very bottom, it'll show me what's currently in my cart, so what I'm checking out. If I'm ready, I can do place order. And that's how you order a static product. Now that I've walked you through the process of ordering static items, let's talk about some other things that you might see on your site and some changes. So, the first thing that I'd like to talk about are items that are ordered in packs or items that are padded. So let's go to our notepad as an example. As you can see in the description, I can see that this item is padded in 100s. Previously, you used to order by the number of pads. This is changing. You're now going to order by the number of sheets. So if I order 1,000 sheets, that's going to give me 10 pads. It's just a little bit different than the way that we used to do things. Another thing that I want to show you is that some sites have the capability to upload files. So sometimes there's a product that's static, but let's say that it's a postcard, you need to upload a mailing list that we would use for variable data placement. This can be found on the order form as well. You can click Add Files and go and find and search for your file. It's just as easy as that. I'm going to go back to my home page, and now I'm going to walk you through the process of ordering a variable item. Let's talk about variable items. A variable item would be an item where the user goes in and enters in information. The information is then placed into the artwork to create the final product. A great example of this would be a business card. So let's go take a look at our Sun Printing business card template. The very first thing that you're going to want to do with any sort of variable template is to see if it has autofill content. So, autofill content will be found in this area up here, and I often label it step 1 because it's so important that you do it first. So, a great example of this would be if you have multiple addresses and instead of actually having to fill out that address information every single time, especially if it's going to be different, we can actually have a drop down. So, I'm just going to select Grand Ave, and it's called autofill because the content automatically autofills into my area. We don't always see this with addresses, we see it in some other areas, so please, if your template has an autofill area, do that first. It's super important. So I'm just going to take a look at the rest of this business card, maybe make some changes. I'm going to have it be from John Smith, I think. As I'm making the changes, you can see that it's changing down here. I'm going to change this to match. Once again, you can see it changing. So everything that has a red asterisk next to it is required. So make sure that you fill out that information before you proceed with your order. If you want to take a better look at the item, you can view a PDF proof of it. Cool. I'm going to go select my quantity now. I have the option to name my project if I want it, add any additional notes. I don't want to do that this time. I'm just going to add it to my cart. Again, now that we're in your cart, you can either go back and add other items to your order, or we can continue to the checkout. Once again, you'll be asked to fill out your shipping address and your billing address. A lot of times there's a drop down for this. I'm going to leave that as it is. It should be noted that when you're ordering any sort of product, static or variable, that you can only ship to one location. So let's say that you have multiple items in your shopping cart, but that need to go to different locations. Those would actually have to be separate orders. You can really only ship to one location per checkout order. Here I can confirm everything, enter in a PO number if I need to. Everything looks good, everything looks correct, and I'm going to place my order. I'll be brought to my order confirmation page, and actually I'll also get an email regarding the confirmation as well. You kind of heard that in the background there. So that's how we would order a variable product. The process is different if you have an approval system on your site, and we'll talk about that next. Some of our online ordering portals are set up with an approval system. This means that there are specific users who have to approve or deny every single order that comes through the site. So let's demonstrate that for you. I'm just logged in as a generic user right now. I am not the approver. If I go to my shopping cart, I already have an item in my cart, and I'm going to go and try to check out. N means it's not approved yet, and it's not requested to be approved yet. So I'm going to go and try to check out. I'm going to select my shipping and billing address and continue. I'm going to review. And down here, instead of being able to check out, I have to request approval from the approvers. Let's do that now. Okay, here's an alert that says that a notification has been sent to the approvers. I'm going to press OK, and then I'm going to sign out. I'm now going to sign in as the approver. Okay, now I'm just going to go over to my email, and here's the request for approval. If I click on the link, it'll take me to the order where I can either approve or deny the order. This area up here is where you can write any notes if you're the approver. I can also go and take a look at the order if I want to. Okay, so I can see what they typed in, how it all looks, see whether I want to approve it or not, and then I'm going to return to the cart, and here's where I can approve or deny it. I'm going to approve it. Okay, now what's really important and what's different from the way that the sites used to be is that when an approver approves an item, the item doesn't automatically flow on to the next step in the production process. What has to happen is somebody has to continue checking out that order. So either the approver or the user who tried to place the order has to go in and finish placing the order. What happens after an approver presses approve is that they're taken to the next page where they can continue checking out the item. If they scroll down to the bottom, they can place the order. Okay, our order is complete and now it's moved into production. It's really, really important that somebody goes in and actually continues to place the order after the approval. Now that we know how to place orders, I'd like to show you how to view the order history, search through order history, and place a reorder. Let's go to the order history tab. Okay, so some sites are set up where the user can see everyone else's orders, and other ones are set up where the user can only see their own orders. So, if you're able to view everyone else's orders, you can go to Shipping and All, and this will show you all of the orders that have been placed. Otherwise, if you would like to view just your orders that you've placed, you can go to Mine. Users who are unable to see other people's orders will only be able to view their own orders. So, another thing that you might want to do is to search for an order that you placed so that you can reorder it. So, the way that we do this is we go to Search Tools, and I'm going to go back to All, because I'm going to search someone else's order. Okay, so in my search tools, if I go to Sender and I know who sent the order, I can type in their name. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for project name. And let's say that somebody placed a business card order for somebody named Jimmy a few months ago, and now Jimmy needs more business cards and we need to reorder for him. I'm going to search Jimmy's name in the project name area. Okay, and instead of pressing the return button, we're going to click apply. If you press the return button, it's not going to give you any results, so make sure that you press apply. And look, there he is, Jimmy's order. So, if I click on the order, I can view the order. And from here, if I want to reorder this exact item with no changes, I could place a reorder. Okay, so everything looks good. It looks like I can change the quantity if I need to. And then I'm going to add it to my cart. Okay, it looks like this item hasn't been approved yet, so we might have to get that approval again, but I'm gonna go and try to check out and continue. If your site has an approval system, you'll have to request approval, or if your site does not have an approval system, you'll just be able to check out right away. See? That process is really simple for placing a reorder, and the order history is pretty simple to search through if you need to. The next area that I would like to discuss is your profile area. So, if we head on over to the My Profile tab, we can go and check out our profile area. Usually we'll set up your account here at Sun, so you can review it and make sure that all of the information is correct if you want to, or this is also the area that you can change your password if you're already logged in. If you're trying to log in and you've forgotten your password and you want to change it, you can send yourself a reset password email, and then you can reset it from there. I'm just going to look through and review my information, and everything looks correct. I'd like to end this video with a few helpful reminders. So, if you need to contact your sales representative or your customer service representative, you can scroll to the bottom of your website and find their contact information right there. Also, remember that when you log in, you will now log in with an email, not your username. It's also good to remember that for items that come in packs or pads, you will now order them according to the number of sheets, not the number of packs or pads. Also remember that you can only ship to one location at a time. This means that if you have two separate items that need to go to two separate locations, you must place two separate orders. And lastly, if your site has an approval system, the approver has to go in and either approve or deny the item. If the item gets approved, then the approver or the user who placed the order has to go in and finish placing the order for it to move on to the next step of production. It's very important that they go back in and finish placing that order. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to your customer service or sales representative. Thank you for watching!